What's up, guys? Zero here. I'm gonna bring the second battle between me and Cobra King over here. I'm playing the Greenskins and he's on the Skaven, so I got Grom the Paunch over here on his chariot somewhere. He got Snitches, Deathmaster Snitch. So I got a pretty cheap Goblin infantry front line with some stone trolls to support and a bunch of skirmish cav to go around the back and pressure. And he got some Skaven slaves, cheap front line. Then he got some gutter runners, pretty decent hybrid melee skirmishers. Got a plague priest, some brood horrors, a thing, Hellpit abomination. That's a pretty tough little beastie. So let's get started. These goblin archers are pretty good in melee as well, so that should be handy. The reason you bring the cheap goblins is for poison wind mortars. They do a damage over time effect, so you don't want to have your expensive infantry being damaged over time. So, but he didn't bring them, so they should still do okay against Skaven slaves. They're a little bit lower tier than these goblins, and the AP loonies are pretty good. So he brings in Deathmaster, does AoE and the goblins. I drop a spear of each on the Deathmaster and engage with my goblin big boss over there. Got a giant river troll hag. That's the guy that sent the spear leech. He wants to flee from this thing. But yeah, Deathmaster Sneetches is actually getting beaten up pretty bad by that. He's being distracted by the goblins and the big bosses take them out. So I'm kind of pressuring around the back lines, poking in with the goblins and the chariots and whatnot on the weak infantry. I'm trying to get the stone trolls on the plague priest over here. Snitch actually gets killed by the big boss, which is kind of funny since he's a bit higher tier of a character than the big boss is, definitely. This Broodheart is having a tough time. I'm actually getting pretty good matchups all across the board. These gutter runners are pretty tough, but they're kind of getting tied up at the moment. These 8-peat loonies are also unbreakable and cause poison, so they are quite good against the Hellpit abomination. The Broodheart gets away. I didn't have any skirmish cap in the general area right here to chase it off, but it's looking pretty good for me. His front line's buckled. I'm kind of chasing down his missile units with my chariots and spider riders. His lord is... I think I actually killed his lord. Finish him off with the big boss. Yeah, the big boss is coming back. So that should be pretty good. The stone trolls hit pretty hard against the plague priest, which doesn't have that much hit points. But this thing is going to be a bit of a problem yet, and these gutter runners are pretty tough as well. They don't die too quickly. I'm kind of kiting these rat ogres off into the shadow realms with spider rider archers. So that's going on. He summoned a plague monk over here with the plague priest. But yeah, it's actually doing quite well. They don't have any degen effects or anything, or poison, but they're pretty strong infantry. Although the stone trolls have decent armor, but it's about to time out anyway, so it's looking pretty good. Just gonna kind of shoot off those rat ogres, chase down the rotting scraps. This broodhar over here is about to come back. Wow, this goblin unit. It's like 4 models over here, and the rest are over here somewhere. But yeah, it's looking pretty good for me. Chasing off the routing plague priest. If I can get just one more leadership unit off the field, then I should be pushing it pretty close to army losses. So it's looking pretty good. This thing actually is he's losing pretty hard, but he's doing quite a bit better than you'd expect given all the units around him. But he does break eventually, so there we go. Second victory. Let's go take a look at the end battle screen. This is a kind of an unusual army for the Skaven. Usually you want some damage over time effect. Oh, we did have some... Oh, these are warp grinders. Those kind of like slow units that are in an AoE around them. So let's check out the value. Ooh, not good. The thing I think did okay. I didn't have that much skirmish. I didn't really focus as much as I probably could have with the spider riders, but I think I got pretty decent value overall from the Spider Riders. Oh, not too bad. Good value from most things over here. The Death Master dying right away was kind of big. He really needed like the Rat Ogres to kind of like stop up Grom's chariot and then get the Death Master on Grom. I didn't even really look what Grom did that much game. He kind of just ran over Skaven slaves and whatnot. So anyway, good game. We'll catch you guys later.